All right, welcome back to the Aether Universe Podcast, ladies and gentlemen, where we talk all things Aether. And yeah,
And
my
stuff.
name is AJ McMullen.
And I am Aly, voice of the people.
Yes, thank you. We needed that. We definitely needed that. The voice of the people, Monica. I was hoping you didn't forget. And I was going to remind you that you are the voice of the people. And today, you really are the voice of the people. So,
I'll be filling in for Amanda Katsymschitt.
you got her name right. Because
I just have to say it slow.
well, if you say it too slow, people might misunderstand it. I remember there were a few times where she did a interview with somebody who couldn't pronounce her name, and she ended up smacking her with the microphone. This really weird type of scenario. It was embarrassing. It was on live TV and everything. Did you see it?
I didn't.
Oh man,
I'm going to have to look that up.
Well, this is episode 3 of the Aether Universe Podcast, and I am excited about this one because today we are going to jump into an interview that Amanda was supposed to do for us, and for whatever reason, she's out getting her Anderson Cooper on, so she's not able to make it here with us today. I think she's over in the Aridin province right now, making things happen, making things shake. There's something going on over there that we can't necessarily talk about.
We cannot disclose, or we'd have to kill you.
She told me she couldn't tell me because there was some big money things happening, and a lot of people who wouldn't necessarily like it if we were talking about their business. So she'll let us know whenever she comes back, I guess. So
very true.
Yeah. So we are doing what today?
So
Aly?
today we will be interviewing through AJ, Mr. Milo Sims.
Mr. Milo Sims Jr.?
Yep, Junior.
Milo Sims Jr. All right. So this is an interview packet that Amanda Katsymschitt, our wonderful Aether correspondent, she has come up with the packet to interview some of our wonderful residents of the Aether Universe. And today we are doing the character from the book 1 of the Arcana Calamity series, the Gem State Siege, Mr. Milo Sims, aka Agent Blaze.
Yeah.
All right. So shall we jump into it?
Let's jump into it.
Let's jump into it. Start it. So you can go.
And the year that Milo was born was?
All right. So Milo was born August 17th of the year 2015 in Idaho Falls, Idaho.
He's another Leo like me.
He is another Leo.
Who were your parents?
So Milo's mom is Tawny Sims, who is a world-renowned conspiracy theorist in the Aether Universe. And his father is Dr. Milo Sims Sr., who is a researcher for Primotech.
Interesting. Wonder if that'll come into play.
It may.
Does Milo have any siblings? Sims.
Does Milo have any Sims? He doesn't believe so.
Doesn't believe so. I see.
His dad might have actually been a little bit of a Rolling Stone back in the day, in his college days when he used to play us for Kappa.
Milo, where do you live now, and with whom? Describe the place, home, and location, and the people you live with.
So Milo actually doesn't have a defined place where he lives. He is a member of the Blackout Alliance, so he just goes wherever the mission takes him. More than likely, he probably lives with his wife, Lyric, and his daughter, Megan.
Oh, so cute. Well, you already kind of alluded to this, but what's your occupation?
Classified.
But what is Blackout
Classified.
Alliance?
Classified. Not allowed to talk about it.
What social class does Milo belong to?
Milo doesn't concern himself with that kind of thinking.
Oh, it's just classified?
It's classified.
It's classified.
Classified.
Is Milo right or left-handed? You answered that awfully quick. Are you sure?
Left.
What's your voice sound like? Classified.
A man.
On what occasions do you lie? He doesn't. He just answers classified.
So Milo wants everybody to know that he lies to people all the time, and what is reality is what's not.
Is not a lie?
He lies to people all the time about what's reality and what's not.
Oh. So he's Men in Black. Do you have a motto?
Burn.
Burn. I guess that's where Blaze comes in, right?
Blaze comes into play in the fact that when he gets mad, his arms are on fire.
He might need to learn to stop, drop, and roll.
He tried that before. He ended up burning the forest down.
Do you have any annoying habits or quirks?
So Milo wants everybody to know that he loves to be alone, so he's setting flames to keep people away.
It's quite the quirk. I wonder what Lyric thinks about that. All right. What race or species is Milo?
He's a caster. So he's human with superhuman abilities.
I was just about to ask.
Funny thing about that, you said Lyric. You wonder how Lyric feels about that. She actually has the power to blow his flames out because her code name is Whistler.
Oh.
So her powers are sound based,
Mm-hmm.
and she's able to do this thing where she whistles and the vibrations can affect the molecules of things around her. So she's able to extinguish his flames if she needs to.
She might be my new favorite. All right. What's his hair and eye color?
So Milo has black hair and brown eyes.
Sounds familiar. What kind of distinguishing facial features does Milo have?
He wanted you to know that he has a nose. If anybody cared to
Big
know.
nose, small nose, wide nose, wide neck.
Pretty.
Will we be expecting an album drop?
Normal size nose, I guess. Yeah.
Normal size nose. Got it.
Probably a little wide, maybe because he is a mixed kid.
Makes
So
sense.
yeah.
All right. Does he have any physical traits that stand out? Any scars, birthmarks, tattoos?
So I think he chose not to answer that question. I'm not sure why.
Classified.
I'm not sure why.
It's classified.
Just didn't think it was relevant information. Just went right on past it. Just I don't know.
Which words or phrases does he most overuse other than burn?
I hear him say "let's fire it up" a lot, and I keep telling him not to say it, but for whatever reason he just keeps saying it, and it's not funny. It's not funny.
It's a little funny.
No, it's not. It's not.
How would Milo describe his childhood?
Do we really want to talk about his childhood?
We probably should.
I don't know. We should.
I think the voice of the people would like to know.
It's a touchy subject. It's a really touchy subject. So he wrote that my childhood was taken from me at 6 years old. I've been training and treated like an adult since.
Oh, he never had a childhood.
No, not really. Not really.
So no schooling then.
He wrote that my organization provides the means to get a college level education. Before I turned 11, I never got the chance to go to a normal school.
Oh.
Yeah.
Where'd you learn most of your skills and other abilities? I'm guessing when you were young, right?
The academy.
That was your first occurrence?
That was he said that he just said the academy. He just that he never. I don't know. I don't know.
How'd the academy find him?
How did the academy find him? That's not on here, is it?
Mm-hmm. I am the voice of the people.
The academy found him because he was he was a part of a conflict that where at the end of this said conflict there was an explosion that took place, and he was one of the only survivors. And he was found by a man named Torian Kane and taken to the Blackout Alliance, where he was raised as one of their own.
Interesting. Do you have any role models? If so, can you please describe them and why they were your role models?
So he wrote that Racket was the only person he looked up to growing up. She was an integral part of training and the only person he knew before all of that happened. Referring to the situation of his childhood during the explosion.
Gotcha.
Yeah. That's a very, very dark, very dark.
Do you get along with any of your family?
What family?
What did you want to be when you grew up? I don't imagine that it was always the Blackout Alliance member.
So he said he never thought about growing up. He never thought about it growing up, but his path was already set for him. So there was not much to think about.
Fair. What are your favorite activities?
Video games that I never had the chance to play.
Oh. When and where are you the happiest?
Visiting this little ice cream shop in town. It reminds me of when my mom was alive.
Sad stories. Who are your friends and what were they like?
He said that Lyric is his only true friend, and she was always nice to him, and she understood him.
So I'm guessing she was the first kiss?
Yes.
Well, you have a child, so you're not a virgin.
Yeah, he wanted Amanda to know that she was a creep for asking him that question.
But I didn't. I'm better than Amanda.
She's sorry she didn't say that.
Maybe I did. You'll never know.
No.
Describe any influences in your past that led to the things you do today.
So Milo wrote, when I was a kid, a man named Jacob Maxwell tried to use my powers to destroy my home. I'd say I do what I do to keep people like him from walking this planet.
Sounds very dark.
Yes.
When do you consider the most important event of your life so far?
I didn't know it then, but finding the Pyro Stone was pretty important. That's what Milo said.
Who has the most influence on you?
Fixer and Cleaner.
They sound fun.
They are. They're so much fun. They're so mysterious, and for whatever reason, like they can talk to you all day long about who they are, and you still won't know who the hell they are at the end of the conversation. They're really fun. I've met them myself personally. Fixer looks really familiar, but for whatever reason, I just can't put my finger on it where I've seen her from before.
So it's a her.
Yeah, and Cleaner is this big blonde guy. He looks familiar too, but I don't know. It's weird. I don't know where I seen him, but might have been on that one show that one time.
That one time, or the other time.
The other time, probably.
What do you consider your greatest achievement so far, and why?
So he said he helped a bird dude in a fight once in the woods. Seems like it helped save the world.
That's a good thing.
Yeah.
Always nice.
Yeah.
He gave us the opportunity to sit here today and interview him.
Yeah, pretty much.
Milo, what's your greatest regret so far and why?
He says, I regret hiding from my powers and pretending they didn't exist. I feel like my mom would be alive today had I not done that.
Oh. What's the most evil thing you've ever done?
I've killed
so far?
hundreds of innocent people.
Anyone in particular that's haunting you?
My mom.
Do you have a criminal record for all these murders?
Fortunately, no.
I feel like I should turn you in. Just being honest. What's the most embarrassing thing that ever happened to you so far?
I burnt off all my clothes during a mission briefing once.
Sounds almost creepier than the virgin question. If you could change one thing about your past, what would it be and why?
I'd make my mom quit her job. We wouldn't be in this shit right now.
What's the best memory so far that you have? And why is it so powerful and lasting?
I had a moment with my mother where she opened up to me about her childhood. I hardly remember it, but I remember feeling close to her after that happened.
Those moments are always nice.
Right.
All right. In contrast, what's the worst memory so far?
Rexburg.
Rexburg. Oh, Rexburg. Are you optimistic or pessimistic? I'm getting pessimistic vibes.
Pessimism.
Okay. What's that?
Pessimism.
Okay. What's your greatest fear? And which other person knows about this fear of yours?
I keep having a dream about a woman who's trying to kill me. I know it's just a dream, but I keep having it and I'm starting to wonder if it's real.
That sounds terrifying. What's your greatest extravagance?
My friendships. I don't hold tight to material things.
You only said that Lyric was your only friend.
Well, I'm the leader of the Alpha team. I kind of have people around me all the time, so.
But you said that she was your only friend. Milo, I'm sensing some inaccuracies here.
Inconsistencies?
Yes, I couldn't figure out the word fast enough. Do
It's
you
my
have
job
any
to forget
religious
words.
views?
Religion is a business that feeds that feeds on the mentally ill. There's a higher power, but man has used this fact to make an income and ignored the impact.
Do you feel the same about political views?
They're all corrupt. And I'm actually betting on the next person who's going to be exposed as evil.
Because I'm not Amanda, I'm not going to ask the next question about your views on sex.
It's sexual, I guess.
Do you believe in the existence of soulmates?
I did at some point.
Not to your current wife? In your opinion, what's the most evil thing any human being could do?
Capitalize from the pain and suffering of others.
I agree. All right. Obviously, you're able to kill. Under what circumstances do you find to be acceptable or unacceptable?
I've never killed and found it acceptable. I've only killed because I didn't know how to control my powers. Every day I live with the regret and wonder what the world would be like had those 700 plus people lived.
Wow. What do you measure your success in?
At this point in my life, I don't have a clue.
How honest are you about your thoughts and feelings in the company of others?
About 15%.
Sounds about right. Do you have any prejudices?
I don't.
Who or what would you die for or otherwise go to extremes for?
To keep this planet safe the way my mom once did.
I like that answer. In general, how do you treat others?
I'm polite to others, but I don't trust easily. I keep to myself and try not to interact much at all.
Makes sense, given your past. How close are you to your family that you don't know anything about?
Don't have any.
Which person do you wish you were closest to?
He wrote on here, Nobody at the moment.
Do you have a spouse or significant other that is other than Lyric?
No.
Have you started your own family? Obviously.
Yes.
Who is the most important in your life and why?
This goes without saying now, but she is the only one who was brave enough to fight back when I tried to expel her from my life. She wanted me to grow and be compassionate, and it helped me feel human again. I'm assuming he's talking about Lyric.
Makes sense. All right. Is she also the one that you respect the most?
No, that's Fixer.
Fixer?
Yeah. She's scary.
Who are your friends? You already kind of alluded to that.
He said the Alpha Team are the only people I considered friends. I met them when Director Kane thought it would be a good idea to put a bunch of kids in charge of saving the world 2 to 3 times a month.
But it pays a pretty penny for only working 2 days a month.
You don't understand the amount of pain and pressure that goes with that.
Fair.
It's a tough 2 days.
I'm sure it is. Have you ever been in love?
It wasn't love at first sight because we met in Rexburg, but our stories are similar and we became adults together. He's talking about Lyric.
So out of necessity then?
He actually loves her.
So, yes,
He
the
doesn't
answer is yes.
necessarily know how to express it because he's been so jaded in his life, and he's learning.
As long as he's learning.
Yeah, he's learning.
What do you look for in a potential lover?
Kind, sweet, affectionate, smart, fierce, all the things she is.
Oh. Who would you turn to if you were in desperate need of help?
I'm not sure.
Do you trust anyone to protect you?
The Alpha Team. We're literally trying to do that.
If you died or went missing, who would miss you?
Lyric for sure, but maybe Callahan. Maybe.
Who is the person you despise the most and why?
Jacob Maxwell.
And why?
He's responsible for the death of my parents.
Do you tend to argue with people or
I avoid
avoid
conflict.
Do you, though?
I avoid conflict. I set myself on fire, so I don't talk to people.
Do you tend to take on leadership roles in social situations?
Unfortunately.
Do you like interacting with large groups of
I
people?
don't.
Why? Okay.
There are far too many emotions in large groups.
Do you care what others think of you? Why or why not?
I've been through a lot in my years, so absolutely not.
What are your favorite hobbies or pastimes?
Reading.
Favorite color?
Red.
Favorite food?
Cake.
Any particular kind of cake?
Chocolate lava.
Treasured possession?
A necklace from my mom.
What do you like to read?
Sci-fi.
Makes sense. Fitting. What do you believe is good entertainment?
A good book.
Do you have any vices like drinking, smoking?
Nope.
Smart kid. How do you spend a typical Saturday night?
Reading or talking to Lyric.
What makes you laugh?
Cat videos.
What shocks or offends you?
Not much these days.
Makes you happy?
Peace and quiet.
Makes you sad?
Nothing really.
Makes you angry?
People sometimes.
If you usually walk away from a situation that makes you angry, where do you begin to where do you go to calm yourself?
The roof usually.
Any roof?
Usually the roof of where I'm at. I can fly, so I can get up there pretty easy.
Makes sense. How do you deal with your stress?
Target practice.
How do you deal with pain, physical or emotional?
A fire cocoon. I just learned that technique recently.
Oh. Are you spontaneous, or do you always have to have a plan?
I plan. Lyric is a spontaneous one. Spontaneous enough for the both of us.
Fair. Is that one of your pet peeves?
No.
What are your pet peeves?
Jacob Maxwell.
That's not a pet peeve.
Have you met him?
No. No, I have not. Which living person do you most despise? I feel like we asked that one.
It is.
What is the quality you most like in a man?
I'm sorry, what?
All right, now these are going to get personal. Do you have, or describe the routine that you have daily?
I wake up at 3 a.m., train for 3 hours, and work. If my routine is disrupted, then I'm excited because I get to put my training to good use.
What's your greatest strength?
My will.
Your weakness?
My friends.
Which talent do you most like to have?
I would actually like to be normal. That would be nice.
Do you like yourself?
What's there to like?
If you could change one thing about yourself, what would it be?
My powers.
And why?
I don't want them.
Are you generally introverted or extroverted?
Extremely introverted.
Are you generally organized or messy?
Organized.
Name 3 things you consider yourself to be good at.
I'm not sure. Can fly really good, I guess.
You can set candles aflame.
I can set candles. I can set candles ablaze without actually lighting a candle.
You can just melt it all.
Make the whole thing explode.
All right, what's the third one then?
Good at pissing lyric off. Just normally happy. It's just not really pissed off a lot, but I tend to have a very, I tend to be talented at doing that. Yeah.
What 3 words describe describe best your personality?
Scary, mean, and fearless.
What 3 words would others use to describe you?
Reserved, defensive, and protective.
What goal do you most want to accomplish in your life?
I want to destroy the injustices that happens in our society.
Do you see yourself doing that in 5 years?
Try not to think about it.
If you could choose, how would you want to die?
What kind of question is that?
Apparently something that Amanda would ask. If you knew you were going to die in 24 hours, name the 3 things that you would like to do in that time that you have left.
Train for whoever is trying to kill me in 24 hours.
If you were to die and come back as a person, animal, or thing, what would you think that it would be?
So he put the blank stare face.
What is one thing in which you would most like to be remembered for after your death?
Someone who tried to make a difference.
What do you have in your pockets?
A phone, a few personal shields to give people in case I get mad.
In your pockets?
Mm-hmm.
Do they like expand?
Yeah, they're like, so they're really cool, right? They're like those small things that kind of like look like phones, but like you like press a button on it and it covers you in a veil of energy that protects you from projectiles and external energy.
Huh. Interesting.
But you can only use them once in most cases, depending on what hits you. So like you can get shot a few times and it just depletes the shield.
What do you wear most on your feet?
Tactical boots.
What smells do you associate with your childhood and why?
Smoke.
Makes sense.
No explanation needed.
Nope. If you're cleaning among your things, what is most easy for you to throw out?
I would find it hard to part with my mom's necklace. Everything else is trash.
And that is all the questions that I have. Did Milo have any last words that he wanted to part with us?
I'll see you in New York.
See us in New York.
And that concludes the interview with Milo Sims Jr., a.k.a. Agent Blaze. I hope you guys enjoyed that, and we will catch you guys on the next episode.
Yeah.
Peace.
Bye.